I fired this off from my phone while I was at the gym. Came back to finished work on my laptop. So it checked my emails and gave me the ones that I urgently need to respond to. And I didn't touch it once. Today, we're talking about Claude Cowork Dispatch, Anthropic's new feature that lets you control your entire desktop AI from your phone. Most people think Cowork is a powerful tool, but one that only works when you're sitting in front of your laptop, babysitting it. But that's wrong. Cowork was never meant to be something you watch. It was meant to be something that works while you get on with your day. I've been using Dispatch since it dropped, and I've tested it across 3 proper workflows. So I'm talking inbox management, task automation, and remote file access. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what's worth your time and what isn't. And if you're a founder or operator watching this thinking you want this kind of system built properly for your business, that's exactly what we do at Luxera. Links in the description. The setup notes are in the AI Builders boardroom, by the way. Free to grab, links below. Quick bit of context because there's a misconception worth clearing up. Dispatch is not a mobile version of Cowork. Your phone isn't doing the work. The best way to think of it, your phone is a walkie-talkie. You send a message, your desktop receives it, Claude reads your files, hits your connectors, runs the automation, all locally on your machine, and then sends you back the results. Which means 2 things worth knowing right now. 1, everything you've already connected in Cowork, so I'm talking your calendar, Gmail, Notion, your local files, is fully accessible through your phone the second you pair it. And 2, your laptop needs to be awake and running. So if you close the lid, Dispatch stops. It's a remote control, not cloud compute. That's the mental model. Setup is about 2 minutes, but you need to make sure you're on the latest version of Claude Desktop first. If Dispatch isn't showing yet, just update the app and it'll appear. So to try it, you'll download the app into your computer and then you'll install it. So once it's done installing, you need to set it up. So you'll click Get Started. You need a paid Claude account. So you'll set it up. So you'll choose an email that you use on your Claude account. And then it's going to take you back to the app. So in Cowork, you're going to click Dispatch. On your phone, if you look at the left menu, you're going to see Dispatch. So you're going to click Dispatch. And you're going to scan. It's going to tell you to scan. Mine is already set up. So in my case, it had been set up, but then it was disconnected. So I'll click Go to Settings, then I'll turn it on, and I'll go back to Cowork. That's the entire pairing process. No API keys, no config files, no OAuth dance. But before you hit finish setup, 2 things worth doing while you're here. So you need to toggle on Keep Awake, and that stops your laptop from sleeping mid-task and killing everything. And if you're going to use browser automations, make sure Claude has a Chrome access enabled to it. So you'll toggle this option and click Allow, and you have to make sure you have the Chrome Claude extension installed in your computer. Once you're paired, Dispatch will show up as its own tab in your mobile app. Anything you type there goes directly into your desktop Cowork session. That's it. All right, there are 3 workflows that are actually worth your time. Starting with the one I use most, morning inbox triage. Before you're even at your desk, on the commute, first thing in the morning, you open Dispatch and send something like, go through my emails from this morning, summarize anything urgent, draft a response for anything that needs one. Don't send anything yet, just draft. And you're going to hit send. So notice you type this on your phone and it immediately appeared in your computer. So Claude hits your Gmail connector, reads the threads, drafts the replies, all on your desktop. You're not watching any of it. And this is how you connect your Gmail to your Claude desktop app. So you'll go to Customize, the left menu, and then you'll select Connectors, and then you'll click Add Connectors, and then you're going to click Browse Connectors, and then you're going to select Gmail. So all our 3 applications will need Gmail, will need Notion, and you'll get all other apps in this list here. This is what it came up with. So it checked everything and it realized we don't need to draft any emails. And it gave me emails that are urgent. So this is urgent, and the rest was just a marketing promotion, it told me. And the cool part is it even is aware of the current time. You see, this part used to take 45 minutes, but now it's a 10-minute Q&A pass. What makes this work is the framing. You're not asking it to summarize. You're asking it to do the actual work. Draft the response, prepare the output. You're reviewing and deciding, not starting from scratch. Now, onto our second workflow. And this is where the fire and forget use case kicks in properly. Let's say you're heading into a meeting and you suddenly need a Notion page set up, or a document pulled together, or a research task run before you're back at your desk. You send it from your phone. So we'll send a create a Notion page, and then it'll get to work. So we just sent that request on my phone. So Claude goes and does it. You're in the meeting and you come back and it's sitting there. So let's view it. So we click it and you see it created the Notion page. The same applies to anything your connectors can reach. I'm talking your calendar prep, file analysis, research across your local documents, browser tasks, you name it. You dispatch it, step away, and come back to the output. One thing worth flagging, if Claude needs to access something it hasn't been given permission for mid-task, it will surface a permission request at the bottom of your dispatch conversation. So keep an eye on your phone if you're running something complex. It might need a quick approval before it can continue. Third one is simpler, but genuinely useful once you realize how often you need it. So I'm talking remote file access. You're in a meeting, someone asks a question about a document on your laptop. Normally, you'd say, I'll check and come back to you. With Dispatch, you pull out your phone and send, there's a file named module 3 on my desktop. Inside Dispatch Claude slides folder in the downloads folder. Can you give me a quick summary of the key points? So this is the folder we want Claude to access. And this is the document we want it to look at. So Claude reads the file on your desktop and sends you the results. So it was taking a bit of time, so I had to ask it again if it found the document. And as you can see here, it's saying it found it. So let me ask for the summary from my desktop. So what I've noticed, some of the tasks might take a bit of time. So you might ask it a simple question and sometimes it takes time to answer. So in our case, you'd see it thought that it got back to us, but it didn't. But this is still in preview. It might get better in time. So it's asking me which document. Remember, I can still do this on my phone. They're in sync. So notice they're in sync. So if I type on my phone, it'll immediately show up on the desktop app. So notice it gave us the summary and it also synced with my phone. Let's have a look at the summary. So it's saying module 3, three ways to activate a skill. Let's confirm. Yeah, so the content is correct. So it's actually reading the document, which is pretty cool. Same principle works for anything on your machine. I'm talking notes, project files, spreadsheets, research docs. Your entire desktop is now searchable from your pocket. I've probably mentioned this a couple of times in this video now. This is the thing people trip over and it's worth addressing properly. Dispatch only works when your laptop is awake and Claude Desktop is running, which immediately raises the question, what if I'm away for the whole weekend or overnight? The honest answer is you need a machine that stays on. Some people use the existing laptop on a stand at home while sleep settings are disabled. If you're using this heavily, it's worth considering a dedicated machine. A Mac Mini, an older laptop repurposed, anything that can sit plugged in and always on. That's it. You don't need anything powerful. You just need it to stay awake. This is the same setup people are building with OpenClaw, but without the 48-step configuration, the Node.js dependencies, and the security risks that come with it. Dispatch does the same job. It's just built properly. A few things to know before you rely on this for anything important. It's a research preview. Early reviews are putting reliability at around 50-50 for more complex tasks. Simple queries and connector tasks work well. Anything that requires multiple steps or heavy browser automation is a hit or miss right now. It's also one thread, no parallel conversations, everything in a single continuous session. And there's no task notifications yet. You won't get a ping when something finishes. You have to check back. This will all improve and really fast. Subscribe if you want more like this. There's a lot more Cowork content coming. And drop a comment below. Are you using this for personal productivity or trying to hook it into client-facing workflows? I want to know. The setup notes are in the AI Builders Boardroom. Links below.